Hey, what's going on, brother? Redra, what's happening? Welcome to the live. How's everybody doing? What's going on, William, brother? How you doing, man? Tap that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing? It's been an interesting day thus far, let's just say. And we're going to get into it and talk about it today. Oh, thank you, man, for subbing. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Okay, buddy from Ireland. Oh, wow, man, Ireland. Nice. I definitely want to visit Ireland one of these days, man. Real talk. Just 1 second. Let me just... Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for subbing, Jan. I appreciate you, man. We have an important topic today on the agenda that we're going to discuss. All right, no brains. We will see you back in a bit. Tracy, what's going on? Oh yeah, I've got Irish blood. Yeah, as a human, yeah. From a human standpoint, yes. Polish, Irish, Scottish, yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, Puerto Rico. Tim is from Puerto Rico. What's going on, Tim? Welcome to the live, brother. Sorry for what, Jan? I mean, you subbed, so I appreciate you. Yeah, man, definitely. But there's many places I want to visit. You know what I mean? It's not just there. It's Egypt, and me and Luna are going to be definitely traveling abroad and doing retreats and all kinds of stuff everywhere. So stay tuned for that. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Oh, okay. Well, I'm mixed. You know, a mixture. You know, and we're all mixed, man. But I don't even look at that human side. I look at my spiritual side that I have galactic, I have Lemurian and Siri. Oh God, how do you pronounce it? Sirens, Pleiadians. Like it goes on and on. You know, a lot of us have galactic heritages. You know, because once you leave the body, man, these ethnicity, ethnic backgrounds don't matter anymore when you leave the physical body, so to speak. You know what I mean? So how's everybody doing on this Tuesday? As I said, I have a topic we're gonna address. For show. Yeah. What's going on? Ruhr Avatar. Not really sure how to pronounce that. I apologize, but you know, it's a gorgeous day, by the way. Hello, Rada. What's going on? Welcome to the live. I'm giving it a little bit before we start getting into the topic so more people can join. So yeah, that's kind of why I haven't started it yet. And I really was guided, especially with the channeled message I brought forward from the Galactic Federation, not the Galactic Federation, the Divine Council of Nine. And it's vital right now, man. I promise you that. Because it is so easy this has been a couple days of downloads and things I've experienced, which has brought this stuff up to the surface. And it's so super easy to get caught up and wrapped up in your old patterning of the things that you said. Because I've said this before on many lives, how powerful our words are and the words we speak, and they're creating our reality. Hey, Elon, what's happening, buddy? What's going on, man? And I was getting a lot of downloads and just having experiences. No, divine Council of Nine. You can go on the channel page. There's tons of channeled messages on there from them. And I'll be posting one later today around 5:30. I think I premiered it like 5:30 tonight, which is really powerful. Not to say that they're bringing forward a lot of activations and codes to support us with the thoughts and the intrusive thoughts and the things that you say, and how it's so easy that a thought comes up that maybe you're in lack, or you don't have money, or you don't have this or whatever, and then you grab onto it and you start creating a story around it. When why can't you have that? Why can't you have passive income? Why can't you have abundance coming in from all areas of life? Why can't you have a large sum of money coming into your life from somewhere, some unknown source? Why not? See, that's the thing we have to change, because maybe a lot of us have experienced not having any of that, and asking and not getting it. So now we're meant to reframe it, retrain our mind to say, well, why can't I have money coming from unknown sources? Why can't I have passive income? Like, actually, because again, like, the brain is elastic, and it's rubber, and it can essentially, you can really literally change it so quickly. But yes, it takes a little bit of, continuous practice. Oh, it came up again. Okay. And then change it, reprint it. And that's something that we haven't been taught, That's the things that we haven't been taught necessarily. So we have this thought, and it has a story around it, that we've been creating stories around it for centuries or decades or whatever. It could be even ancestral. It could be your entire life. And then people are reinforcing, like, that's not going to happen. And it's like, the moment that somebody tells you that, they're mirroring it to you for you to change it. Like, your guides are like mirroring it for you to change it. Oh yeah. Why isn't it possible for me to have 1 million followers on YouTube? Elon said, oh man, my phone, hold on guys, my phone is like dimming out from the sun. Let me just adjust this real quick. There we go. Yeah, I got about 79%, so we're good. Ancestral. Yeah, I thought I said ancestral. Yeah, exactly. 1111, 100%. Yes, but a lot of people don't know that. And majority of the masses don't know that. Jan, and positive thinking also makes things positive, as the whole universe also helps us to complete what what we're thinking, and things are in our fate. Yes, but at the same time, Sir Cam, what's going on, brother? At the same time, they're wanting us to change our thoughts. They're wanting us to not attach ourselves to these old stories that we've been creating for decades. The universe works for us. That's why the 1111 is for, so it works for us. Yes, exactly, but it doesn't matter. You can still create what you don't want by continuing to attach. Again, majority of humanity isn't aware of 1111, and isn't aware that their thoughts are creating their reality, and they keep creating these negative experiences because they're not aware of as to how powerful words are, and how you're speaking them to the universe. So it's like, they're not going to do it for you. You have to actually make a conscious effort to pay attention and listen to your thoughts. And the moment you have something intrusive or negative that you don't want to create, you change it. And then when someone actually comes to you and says something to you that mirrors it back, says, yeah, why, like, you can't have 100,000 people on YouTube. Like, it's never going to happen. Like, someone comes to you and says that, when you believe you will, but you don't fully believe it because you're still doubting it. So this person that comes into your life that says this to you is just showing you and reinforcing it. Like, oh, wait, like, I've got to change that. Like, I've got to change that thought. Yeah, Jan. I mean, me and Luna are actually doing a practice on Patreon called Infinite Possibilities. Yeah, 100%, Elon. Like, I mean, determination and discipline, and that's why a lot of people do ice cold plunging. They do breath work because it puts you in the present moment. You're not ruminating on those old patterns and thoughts, and you're more and more becoming in the present moment. And then your thoughts become much more higher vibrational. When you're not doing things like that, they're low vibrational. And you actually did some breath work. I told you, Smitty. Whoa. Did you find it on YouTube? Well, yeah, I mean, the gym can help too, like I said, whatever helps you, yoga, Kundalini yoga, breath work, gym, walking out in nature. Yeah, see, told you, man. Did I not tell you, Smitty? There's so many things out there, man. And the more consistent you are. Hey, Jack, what's going on? Luna was laughing, Jack, about the other day how I read that person's screen name that you kept laughing about. I told Luna about it, and she was laughing, man. And she goes, yeah, Daren, lesson learned. And then I said, yeah, but you know what? It was part of the universe wanting me to be more like playful, so to speak. So, the universe was saying, yo, Daren, you need to be more playful. Yeah. Yeah, Spirit was really funny about that, man. I'll tell you what, they brought someone in like that, and it was very funny. Exactly, Elon, because when you're in your head and you're in the future and the past, you're going to make decisions off of that. And it's so much better to make decisions from a relaxed, calm state. So what I've been doing is I've been working this past week with breath holds. And I've been working with the diaphragm. And let me tell you what, man. Oh my God, man. I just lay there or sit up and I go into these deep states of consciousness, like with that are so blissful and pleasurable and peaceful and filled with love. It is so powerful. So now I'm really working with the diaphragm a lot because that's the breathing muscle. So the more you can work with the diaphragm, so look up things on YouTube regarding working with the diaphragm. Again, eventually I will be bringing more groups regarding a lot of this stuff out. In December, I'm just going to be doing conscious circular breathing groups, but I would say 2025 is going to be a big year where I'm going to bring a lot of these techniques to you guys. So definitely stay tuned, man. But keep working, man, and keep searching on YouTube because there's a lot of stuff out there. And I expect it to be like more when I go outside, look at the nature and do some breathing. Yeah. I mean, that's what I do. It was a little bit, I'll say it was a little bit tough. Like, I don't think you can do diaphragm, like working with the diaphragm while you're walking, but you can do it standing up and sitting down. I tried to do it walking and it's like you're out of breath. It's not a good thing to like, I notice it's better to be standing or sitting, not walking. But you can do other types of breath holds, or controlled breathing, so to speak. And I've done that while walking in nature, and it's so powerful. United States, North Carolina. Where are you from? So it's like, and listen, at the end of the day, man, this is the one biggest key takeaway. You've got to be patient with yourself. You've got to be patient. It is a journey. The breath is a never-ending journey, especially with a lot of us who we're breathing backwards in the wrong ways to breathe. So it is a practice, and you have to be patient with yourself. That is extremely important, because don't even start the journey if you're not going to be patient or compassionate for yourself as where you are on your journey, and don't go watching these videos and thinking you're going to master the breath in like one video. It's a journey. It's an endless journey that you will always, how to increase it? Breathing, being in the present moment, not comparing yourself to others. I mean, there's a lot of ways. Focus on your breath. I've given tips about that on these lives, many of these lives. Put your hand on your chest. Walk in nature, just focus on your breath going in and out. Anywhere you are. Comparison is the thief of, yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you're comparing yourself to some guy that's been doing breath work like 30 years, because let me tell you something, when I started hot yoga last year, which is the Bikram style yoga, I was comparing myself to like a zillion people in there. And it was it was a thief of joy, because I'm like, why? I've been doing this for months now. Why am I not where this person is? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like literally the one message my guides kept saying was, it's about the journey. It's about the journey. There's nowhere to get to. There's nowhere to get to. The breath is an endless thing that you're going to explore so many different ways to breathe. And it's like, no, I don't drink coffee. I'd rather, like, for me, I don't judge anybody for what they do. Like, if you guys drink coffee, so be it. I used to. I don't anymore. Because I'll tell you what, you can get the same energy from doing Breath of Fire. And you get even more. You don't have like coffee headaches, and like, if you don't drink it, you're withdrawing from it. Like, you don't have any of that stuff from breathing. Like, you can get energy from breath work. You don't need any kind of substance or anything to do it. You don't need energy drinks. You don't need anything. You can get it straight from breath work. Look how energized I am. I don't drink coffee. I get my energy from source. I tap in, I connect. And what do you think is happening right now? I'm channeling all this information to you. Yes, I'm vegan. I channel all this information to you. It's not, I mean, we're all channeling all the time, but look at the energy I have. And I haven't eaten, this is the only thing I'm eating right now. I haven't eaten anything all morning since early last night. I was actually planning on fasting the next 4 or 5 days, but I'm going to do something else that's going to be detoxing and cleansing the organs. That's okay. Do whatever makes you happy. We're here to experience all of this experience. And if that means you want to experience drinking coffee, so be it. No one's telling you not to, and I'm not judging you for it. Okay. All right, give me a couple minutes. Let me finish this and I'll give you an example, okay? I'm going to give you a couple examples, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I mean, tea is another way. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing, Smitty. What you want to do is you want it to be equal in, equal out, but double it. So whatever you breathe in, you want to double what you breathe out. So if you take 2 breaths in, you want to do 4 breaths out, but you want to pause on the inhale and pause on the exhale. Here, I'll put this down. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, if you can see me, okay? Everybody say if you can see me. Yeah, I do. I was going to do like a 3-day fast, like today to probably Friday. Well, no, it would have been last night to Friday. But I'm going to do another type of detox first before I do that. So let me, the hell is that? All right. Okay, so take one hand. It doesn't matter. You could take your right or your left and put it on the top of your chest. Put your other hand on your belly, okay? I don't know if you can see that or not, but let me just brighten the screen. Hold on. Okay, so put one hand on the chest, one hand on your belly, okay? And like I said, it can be either, left or right. Doesn't matter which you put on the top or the bottom. It has no bearing. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you can do whatever feels comfortable for you. You could sit up or you could lay down, okay? Yeah, you could do that too. Christos. I mean, that's another way. Um, or like, and it's not when you kind of want to close off your, 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 you can use your tongue to do it at the roof of your mouth, or you can close off, and it takes practice, but you may be able to hear me, and let me know if you can hear me. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do 2 breaths in. Okay. 2. I'm going to hold it for 3 seconds, and then I'm going to breathe out for 4, and then I'm going to hold it for 3 seconds. Okay. No, no, no. It isn't. It isn't troll. He isn't trolling. So, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay. So as I said, we're going to do 2 breaths in, hold it for 3, because this is the shortest amount. Because I don't know where everybody is on their breath journey. So I think 2 breaths in, everyone can hold. I mean, everyone can breathe 2 breaths in, I think. And then you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. You're going to pause and count to 3, because I'm not going to be able to count. You're just going to see me doing it. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and do 4 breaths out, because we're doing 2 in. So you're going to do 4 out. That's double. And then you're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and then you're going to keep repeating the cycle. Okay. So the first one, we're going to do 2 breaths in. Okay. Hold it for 3. Okay. How do you guys feel? Did you try it? Did you watch me? I was counting on my hands every time hopefully you guys understood what I was doing. I feel so relaxed. Now, that wasn't doing the controlled breathing, but I'm going to show you real quick, like doing like a controlled breath, like breathing out and controlling it, like where you kind of cut off your wind, your windpipe. That's awesome, Smitty. I just thought about it as I'm doing. I'm like, you know what? I could just count on my fingers, and you guys can see when I'm counting on my fingers where I'm at and how I paused, and then yeah, well, you know what? Listen, when this replay is up, go back and watch the replay. You know what I mean? And maybe I will make a short on the channel with it. If I do it, I'm going to probably have somebody professionally edit it so that you guys can, so that when I'm counting, you can follow along. And maybe I'll do that with the 2 and 4 and then the holding, and then you can go back and watch the replay over and over again and practice with it. You know what? That's a really good idea. I'm going to do that. And maybe I'll get like somebody and I'll have them edit the video. My eyes were closed. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, you know what? What I'll do is when I make the short, I'll have the person edit it so that there's a voice saying 1, 2, 3, hold it, type of thing. So then you can follow along with your eyes closed. You'll have to give me a little while because I got to find somebody to do the editing. I haven't been doing edits in a while, so I've got to do a search again for somebody else. But I'll do that. I have no problem with that. I'm glad that it's helpful. But what you want to make sure you're doing is you want to make sure that whatever you choose to breathe in with, that you double your breaths out. And it doesn't matter how long you hold it for, you're just pausing. So you can pause for 1 second, 2, 3 seconds, whatever. And you can increase it. So I would start at a smaller amount. Like I said, maybe one breath in and then two out, and then gradually go up. Because here's the thing, man. You don't want to shock the nervous system. You want to gradually move up. You don't want to, just jump from like it's like if you're in the gym and lifting weights. You don't want to go from like 50 pounds to 500. You know what I mean? You have to work up to it. And it's the same thing with the breath. Yeah, baby steps. Exactly, Sirkan. You got to take baby steps because you don't want to shock your nervous system. And your nervous system is connected to everything. It's connected to the vagus nerve. It's connected to your diaphragm, all your organs, your digestive system, everything. So you want to gradually increase, just like you would with weights or anything else. So start small. Start with, like I said, start with one breath in, two breaths out. We just did two breaths in because I figure it generalized that most people can probably do two breaths in. But I would start at one, like I said, whatever you choose, start slow, start the least possible, and whatever it is you're going to do, if it's one breath, you're going to do two, you're going to double it. So like I said, if you do two breaths in, you're going to do 4 breaths out. If you do 5 breaths in, you're going to do 10 breaths out. So whatever it is, you double it. And then, like I said, when you breathe in, you pause. And when you pause, you can pause for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 20, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But I would start small, again, baby steps like Sirkan said. And gradually move up, because you want to, you like I said, you don't want to shock the nervous system. So it's better to start out small and then gradually go up, depending on how much. And you could do it daily. You could do it. I would do it daily. And the other advice I'm going to give, because that's a powerful one. And if you sit there in Indian style and you put your hand on your chest and your stomach on your belly, and you start breathing into your belly, because what you want to also make sure, this is one of the key thing to this all, okay? That when you are breathing in, your belly should go out. Okay? So you put your hand on your belly and your other hand on your chest, and when you're breathing in, your belly should start bulging outward. That's the proper way to breathe. That's belly breathing. That is the right way to breathe. Your belly should go outward when you're breathing in. We weren't taught that way. Most people, they breathe in and their belly goes in. That's not right. That's the wrong way to breathe. So it's very easy to reframe this, and by doing what I'm telling you, by this practice. It took me years, and I'm teaching you shortcuts here. And that's what I'm here to do, bring guidance and help and assistance, a shorter, faster, quicker way, and if you have discipline and you practice this daily, I promise you're going to see your life change and transform. You're going to have more powerful, high vibrational thoughts. You're going to digest your food properly. You're going to, all your organs are going to function properly. I mean, it's just going to be a world of a difference. Sir says, are you meant to breathe more like actor, feeling your diaphragm, or like lower in the gut sort of feel? Well, when you breathe in, your belly should like just really come outward, like your whole entire belly should just go out. But again, you can focus your breathing on different areas too. Like you could breathe into the kidney, or breathe into the liver, or the solar plexus, which is right above the diaphragm, or breathe right directly into the diaphragm. There's no right or wrong. So don't think that you're getting anything wrong. It takes practice, patience, and time. And to really be patient with yourself. Well, it's not only that, Elon. It's just the way we were brought up, and a lot of us have been in fight or flight majority of a life. Majority of us are not conscious of our breathing, and so you are when someone confronts you and they're confrontational. Typically, what someone does is hold their breath, and you don't even realize it. So then, when you're holding your breath, you're reactive. That's why you see me a lot of times. I'm on here, and the trolls don't get me reactive. It's very, very rare that I pop off. I'll say please be respectful and things like that, but I don't like lose it. I'm very calm regardless of what is happening, no matter what they're saying to me. Just how I was thought in acting classes to help breathe when oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yes. And typically you're using the diaphragm. And again, a lot of us haven't worked with the diaphragm or trained it. That's really great. So you already have a leg up with the diaphragm and breathing. So that's fantastic. So it's like now you just need to practice whatever you want to do, the 2-in-1, whether it be 2 breaths in, 4 breaths out, 5 breaths in, 10 breaths out, whatever you choose to do. Oh, you're in North Carolina too, huh? Oh, no way. What part of North Carolina? I'm in North Carolina. Whatever you choose, you want to double it, like I said. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Okay. 8 to 9, 9, 10, 10 to 11. Okay. 1 second, guys. So whatever it is that you choose to breathe in, you double the breath out, like I said. So again, 5 in, 10 out. 3 in, 6 out. And then decide what you want to do with holding the breath. This is the other one I would suggest. Okay. And that's going to be all the tips for today. I'll save some more for another live. Because you need to practice it, man. There's no sense in like giving you all this stuff and then you're not practicing anything because you're like, oh, I don't know which one to do and blah, blah, blah. So practice with this and start with this. And I want to hear you guys tomorrow tell me how your experience was. So practice it all throughout the day. Okay. Any help with circular breathing and keeping breath full while taking cause people talk short, shallow breathe. Oh yeah. Well, I do conscious circular breathing actually, but I can't really explain that on here and I don't really necessarily want to. I'm teacher trained in that. And in December, I'm going to be doing classes. So if you feel called, it'll be very reasonable and it'll be on Zoom. Like, I don't know, like $30 a person per ticket. And it'll be in December. I'm going to hold classes. Yeah, it's full on. You can't really, you really want to be laying down doing conscious circular breathing. Yeah, but I'm going to give another tip here. Okay. What I would suggest you do, washing the dishes, walking, vacuuming, whatever you're doing, even driving in the car. Obviously, keep a hand on the wheel. Now, let's forget about driving in the car because you need to practice first. So I would say sitting down, okay? And then as you start to pay more attention to your breath, then when you're walking in nature, you could do it. But all I suggest, and it's very simple, putting your hand on your chest, paying attention to your hand rising and falling, focusing on that. Now you're focusing on the breath going in and out. You're more conscious of your breathing. And the more you do that, the more it will become a habit. and you will find yourself not holding your breath, not shallow breathing, not, you know, not paying attention to your breathing, but paying attention to the person that's actually confronting you. Oh, I never heard of Hubert, North Carolina. What is that near? Is that near like Raleigh or Charlotte or Asheville or something? Yes, yes, I agree. Which one is it near? Charlotte or um or Asheville? Because you just said yes, and I said like three different areas. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely too. It's the way you're sitting. But again, a big part of it is practicing with your diaphragm. And I'm not going to get into that today because I think that you need to just practice, you know, the 1-2 breathing first until you really get that down, and focus on your breath. Those two things are so vital. Angel, what's going on, brother? Those two are so vital. Putting your hand on your chest and just focusing on the breath, and then doing the 1-2 breathing. So like I said, practice with like 2 in, 4 out, 5 in, 10 out, and then pausing on the inhale and pausing on the exhale. And I would love to hear everyone's feedback tomorrow as to how it worked for you. Not only the 2-1 breathing, but how it worked for you focusing on your breath. I think that would be, yeah, that would be really cool to hear your experiences. So I hope that no, I mean they're all over the place. Swansboro. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Roblox. Um well, for one thing, no one owns breath work. It's not real, just breath work. It's just called breath work. There's not really, I mean, they have different types. They have breath holds. They have conscious circular breathing. They have holotropic. They have pranayama. They have breath of fire. They have so many different types. Um, I mean, I can go on and on. I don't necessarily think it's a cult. I mean, if you believe that, then well, that's cool. You don't have to do it, you know. People are asking, and I'm more than happy to share it because I know how it's changed my life for the better. And, you know, my hope is that it changes other people's lives for the better. Well, I'm not saying you are talking down on it, but it's not demonic. I mean, um, Everyone has the right to believe whatever they want to believe, you know? And I don't judge anybody. No, I definitely don't understand, Angel, like how anime has to do with breath work techniques being a cult. Oh, Demon Slayer. Humans slay demons by using different breathing techniques. Okay. Well, I mean, you didn't say that part, so I didn't really know what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't think Angel understands either. Um, exactly. That's funny, Smitty. You're right. Well, you know what? At least I'm not the only one that's confused. You know what I mean? You guys are just as confused as I am, so hey, you know what? I'm glad for that. No one's laughing at you, man. Um, that's interesting, EM. No one's laughing at you, Angel. Um, exactly. But the thing is, man, you came out right out the gate, and the first thing you said was, "Is this a cult that you're doing?" I mean, you didn't even talk about anime. You just right away said, "Is breathwork a cult?" Oh, okay. I got you. Now, see, now I understand, Angel. When you came in, speaking of cults and religion and, demonic, breathwork's demonic and all this stuff, how am I supposed to know that you don't, you've only heard about it through anime? The way your approach was, I'm not the only one that thought the same thing. So my apologies. Um, so basically, breath work is the new thing. It's like I don't even want to call it a trend because it's not a trend. Basically, the bottom line is 99.9% of humanity has been breathing the wrong way and not taught the proper ways to breathe. And that's the bottom line. So there's different ways and techniques that you can essentially pretty much do a lot of different health benefits, just like ice cold plunging and breath work fills your blood with oxygen. It oxygenates your organs. It's like the list goes on and on of the amount of things that breath work does. It releases trauma and emotional stuff that you've experienced. I mean, the list goes on and on of the positive benefits. Again, there is scientific proof, but they're still working on more scientific proof. For what, I don't really know, because breathing, we all breathe on a daily basis, you know, and it's my bad if you saw me coming all off like that. Yeah, it's all good, man. I appreciate your apology. and I respect you, brother. And no, it just, yeah, I wasn't the only one that saw it in that way, you know. Um, so, but yeah, it's like we're having to relearn how to breathe, and that's why so many people are so reactive, and they pop off at you, and they're because they're holding their breath. That's for one. Most people are mouth breathers as well. Most people are shallow breathing as well. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not taking it in any kind of way either, man. Nothing anybody really says bothers me. Um, you know, I mean, honestly, I think I've heard of it. Let me look at, what was it again? Did you say it was like Dragon Ball Z or something? Oh, Demon Slayer. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I've heard of it too. I thought you guys were going to bring in Naruto. I knew somebody would say that. There was a guy I used to follow on YouTube, and I haven't seen him on YouTube in years. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he would talk about Naruto all the time, and I forgot the characters in Naruto, but there was one guy in particular he would refer to. Um, but his name was Ice Cold JT. I don't know if any of you heard of him. Um, he was pretty well known and popular on YouTube. They they use katanas, and the breathing techniques give them power. Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard of that one before, Demon Slayer. Brap? What is Brap? And you know what? Darius, if you fart a lot, that's okay, man. It's just energy moving. That's all it is. It's okay, man. There's nothing to like shame about it. If you have to go outside and rip one, that's okay, you know? Yeah, I don't think they do breathing techniques in Naruto. What are you done with, Smitty? Yeah, I mean, I'm over it too. I don't even think it's really funny because, like I said, man, if passing gas, whether you burp or you rip one, it's like whatever, man. It's like it's a part of life, man. It's just energy moving in the body. Big deal, you know. Yeah, yeah, cold plunges exactly. Um, I'll tell you what, man. I'm looking at getting one of these portable cold plunges, and I'm gonna make videos about it, about me putting it together, and doing my first plunge in it. So stay tuned for that as well. Wim Hof teaches a lot about cold plunging and breathing together. Oh, nice. How long have you been doing that for, Angel? The benefits are just beyond anything, you know? Wow. Does the Marine Corps is that what they teach you, like to do cold showers and ice baths? Is that something they promote? Oh, yeah, yeah, it is. Um, so this one is a mala bead, mala beads. um, yeah, I know what you mean. That's I kind of understand how that would make sense, Angel, but then I don't. at the same time, because it is, in fact, teaching people how to not be complacent and comfortable for too long. Which can be a good thing. But then I understand how it may not too. And let me ask you a question, Angel. How has that been for you being taught that way? Do you feel like it served you? Yeah, I mean, especially like someone that's a corporal marine or something like that, man. Um, like that person in one of the lives brought up David Goggins, and I think he was a marine, corporal marine, and I read his book. Um, it's no joke. I mean, I, I have to say that you build such discipline, which is something that I've been doing on my own. You know, doing no fap for 2 years, doing semen retention for 2 years, um, you know, stopping eating dairy when I was like 18 years old, and at a time when everything had dairy in it, you know, and it took a lot of discipline to not eat sugar, not eat carbs, not eat dairy, not do no fat, or to do no fat, semen retention, to dopamine fast. I mean, all of these things require a lot of discipline, mental discipline. The rank isn't high at all, though, I found out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figure that. I've essentially, which is not easy to do, and most people won't do it, but I taught myself discipline, you know? Um, and I do uh, very much so thank my dad for that, because he was very disciplined. And I watched him and learned to be disciplined from him doing it, especially when he had cancer in 97 and, you know, alternatively healed. He had to change his entire life to heal, and it required so much discipline. I watched that when I was a young kid, you know. So, yeah, oh, he was a Navy SEAL. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah, and isn't Navy SEAL like, oh, okay, so he wasn't a Marine then, he was in the Navy. And I'm pretty sure like the Navy SEALs is like really one of the most difficult. I don't know. I'm not sure, because Marines could be too. But from what I understood, I think that the Navy SEALs was like the hardest to get into. They don't really have that many um, people that even can that they take. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I think that Americans don't have is discipline. And I have compassion for everybody, because I know it's not the easiest thing to have and do. And a lot of people do need someone to help them with discipline. But I don't know, man. There was something with me, man, that learned on my learned myself, you know. Yes, Navy SEALs have the hardest training and requirements to pass. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because when I was in school, this kid that was like bullying me and many other kids in school, they actually kicked him out of the Navy, and he wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and he was like volunteering in Philadelphia before he moved to Florida. He was volunteering at the fire station, um, as a like a teenager, you know, and like his dream was becoming a Navy SEAL. And then he started to really act out and bully people and be thrown in inside suspension, and all kinds of stuff happened to him. And he was just hurting other people. And I found out years later from someone that he was thrown out. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure all of it's difficult. I mean, you know, granted I can do a lot of these things, but the physical aspect of it, yeah, it's no joke. I my hats go off to all of you, no matter it be the Marines, the Army, the Navy. I mean, just taking orders from someone is not my thing. And you most definitely need to like take orders. And yeah, I'm more of an order giver than taker. Has its own special forces called MARSOC, which is the most elite special forces ever. Huh. Wow. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. As I said, I could probably do a lot of the things, but no, I do, but you still have to take orders, though. You know what I mean? That's the thing, and I'm not really a fan of having someone tell me what to do. You know, um, I'm a leader, not a follower, and I'm not saying that to anybody that's in here or you or putting you down in any way, shape, or form. So don't take it that way. I'm just saying me personally. You know, um, and it's interesting the things I've gone through and the things I've put myself through to show myself discipline. You know. That's where discipline kicks in. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. True. 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 Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, but you know, I would be better off as the the corporal or the sergeant or whatever you call it, like telling everyone else what to do, versus like being told. That's not my forte, man. Whenever someone like my teacher or instructor or anybody would tell me what to do in class, I would rebel. You know. Hey, what's going on from Japan? Welcome to the live, man. Welcome everybody. Tap that thumbs up, man. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all, man. We're over 1,100 subscribers. We're so close to our goal. Well, not our goal, but we're so close to having enough watch hours, at least the 3,000. We're halfway there. So um, it'll be really nice when we can have a shop on here and stuff like that. Um, because me and Luna are designing like clothing, like similar, like kind of like this one and many other ones that I have ideas about and stuff. Outside in the civilian world, I have never let anyone yell at me or shove me without any repercussions. In the Marines, I did let myself be yelled at, and shoved or smacked because the person doing it had gone through the same thing as me, and even more, they earned the respect. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that's something that I've wrestled with. Not allowing someone to speak to me in a certain way. Um, again, it goes back to the thing that I was talking about in the beginning of this live, which is, you know, speaking things over yourself positively. So, like, instead of saying, "Oh man, I don't know that I could be a Navy SEAL. I don't know if I could go through all of that," and reframing it and saying, "You know what? It would be effortless and easy, and I could do it if I really wanted to, and I really put my mind to it. I could do it." Like changing the way you speak, because when you speak out, the way you're speaking is the way you're speaking to yourself. So if you're just going to say, "Well, I can't do that. There's no way. Nah, I wouldn't be able to do that." You're just putting yourself down. And when inevitably we could do everything, we could handle anything, you know? And it really truly is the thoughts and the words that we speak will determine whether or not we can do it or not, whether or not we can handle it, you know? Well, hey, listen, Angel, you know what? Whatever whatever you need to do for you. I don't judge you for uh your belief and what you use that gives you strength. And I will never do that. I respect what you feel you need that gives you strength. Oh, that's awesome, Elon. That is so awesome. I really, I'm grateful to hear that. That truly means a lot. Um, I know I'm here to share a lot of wisdom, and tap in and connect and just be in the flow state and just bring forward the wisdom. And, I never teach anything from what I having gone through. You know what I mean? If I haven't gone through it or done it, I'm not gonna teach it. I'm not gonna share it. It has to be something that I feel. It has to be something that I feel I've gone through to bring it forward. Yeah, well, we all have a form of faith, and the bottom line is, man, from day one, we have been told we are, you know, not good enough to do this or do that or blah blah blah, whatever, you know, and that's really what's held majority of humanity down. Yeah, and like I said, it's belief. It comes down to belief. You either believe in, like you do, Christ, or you believe in yourself enough. You know what I mean? And in actuality, Christ is you, Angel. So you believed in you. That's what got you through it, inevitably. Because at the end of the day, man, we're all fractals of God, source, right? United States. We're all fractals of source, of God. We all came from source. We came from God, right? We're going to go back. You are me and I am you. You essentially believed, you used Christ to push you through Christ is actually you, and you are Christ. So you believed in you, which got you through it, because you believed so strongly in you, in actuality, without even realizing you did. See you tomorrow, brother. Have a fantastic day at work, man. And I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate every single one of you, man. Tap that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, man. You know, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Me and Luna got an event in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to get prepared for that. And we're going to be channeling together. It's going to be super powerful on Patreon. So I wish you all the best, man. This was a great conversation. And I love you all, man. And thank you, Angel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Sirtcan. Thank you, everybody who pulled up, man. And go back and watch the replay. Practice those breathing techniques. Okay? Practice those breathing techniques. And I want to hear tomorrow about how it went for you. I love you all, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours. I'll see you in the next video.